Hi folks, I hope the sound is alright on this one. It was a bit murky yesterday, a little bit. This was one I did for you yesterday, but I stopped the video for some reason, probably thinking I was going to turn it right off, and anyway, on my Logitech webcam, it didn't carry on, so we only got 3/4 of the picture done. Well, I got the whole picture done, but they actually recorded, so I put it on Facebook, a photograph of it. But I might put this one on Etsy when it's dry, with a signature. Maybe that could have been a bit brightened up, but I won't work on it. I'll use it as a guide for what I'm going to do now on a much smaller scale. Let's get some, I'm just putting the palette out. Very limited palette. Bit of white, of course. I'll start by putting in well, I have some burnt sienna as well. I like burnt sienna, or light red, or red ochre. But burnt sienna, the Winsor & Newton burnt sienna, the Winsor and the artist quality and the watercolour version is absolutely superb. Highly recommend it. And I wouldn't recommend this paint. The Taylor Rowley Payne's Grey. I always moan about it, but it's full up with oil. Probably why it's a 220ml tube, where Winsor & Newton are 200ml tube. But I've never had a Winsor & Newton tube with so much oil in it. Okay, so brushes. Well, that's I'll use a flat. This is old flat. No, just an old flat bristle brush. I've stuck it back to the wooden handle several times. Well, I've got my bovril. So I'll put in a bit of I won't copy exactly. I want to do a different sky. I want the oil. So bit of Payne's Grey, bit of ochre, bit of yellow ochre, just good black rock, and a bit of crashing waves. And okay, clean the brush. That's our guide. I've got my linseed oil. It's been out for days really. I added a bit of fast dryer in. This white is titanium white, Griffin alkyd, so that helps everything to dry. Cadmium red, ultramarine, Payne's Grey, bit of burnt sienna, and yellow ochre. So very limited palette. Alright, so let's get a lump of white, a bit of ochre, a bit of Payne's Grey, load of white. Well, that's a bit yellow, but now I want a grey cloud rather than a blue cloud. So a bit of blue, a load of Payne's Grey and a lump of white. I don't want this one to be, the clouds to be too dark. Okay. Now I want the horizon to come across or above the rocks. Now I've got to be careful with this because we've got the dark rock, we call it black rock. I've got to put some waves in, but I don't want them to be of the same tone as the sky. But we'll put a bit of light, we'll put a bit of red and a bit of ochre. Just add that in. I want to brighter picture than I normally paint if I can get it. I'll put a C under that. Good bit of. So it's going to be abstract, insofar as I'm making it up. It's totally different to the one above it. But that cad red is a lovely journeyman. I'm a great lover of Jackie Gardner. I've not seen her yet. She's a Scottish artist, lives in Arbroath, Scotland, and does some wonderful abstracts, landscapes. She gives me lots of ideas. But I remember, you probably remember me saying, I asked her for permission to use her, well, it's a basic painting on one of her pictures. Oh, she didn't mind. So, oh, Dave, that's fine. I just contacted another artist to ask what his colours were, because I want to use his colours. So we all help each other out. But you've got to make it your own. It's no good copying. Okay, now let's get that nice light grey colour. Let's mix a bit of that in there. Touch of grey. I primed this piece of £200 Saunders Waterford paper with quite a bit of acrylic burnt sienna mixed with gesso, and then a coat of PVA glue when it was dry. A bit darker there. Well, plenty of movement in this. Oh, let's get some good light on there now. Right, now some nice light grey. Got to put some more of that out. Oh, a bit darker. Now let's get some light in there now. How's that? What does that look like? Look okay? Okay, that'll do. Let's see what we can make of the sea. I want some viridian and blue. Let's see what that'll do. A bit of Payne's grey in there. Bit of a grey. Too high, is it? Well, just it's a bank holiday for UK on Monday, and I hope that's about level even. And the weather forecast for much of the country is about a couple of inches of rain. Let's put some other colours in that. Bit of light. I'm going to change clean up the palette. You want some dark to be able to counter change. Right, let's get some burnt sienna and Payne's grey. Right, get that other one done. Right, okay, so that's that done. It's a bit too even there, so let's go up a bit higher. Right, okay, that'll do. Now, using this Logitech webcam, I can pause it and unpause it, and it will carry on as a continuous video. Whereas my lovely second-hand Canon Legria 406 wouldn't do that. If you paused it or pressed, well, it wouldn't. It just sets off another video, and then they'd have to be knitted together on Windows Movie Maker or the equivalent. Okay, so right now let's get some grey water. Let's add put some white out. Let's just clean that off there. Oh. My DIY palette. Bit of plywood. Right, let's go. Right, I'll go use some cheaper stuff. If you want to, a new month starts today on Patreon, so if you want to contribute to, oh gosh, that's, you can go on Patreon. It's very, very inexpensive on there. Let's take a knife and just scrape that off. Oh, come on. It's got a plug in it. Well, it's been going a few months. I've got another tube of it. Oh, I've always got PayPal. To pay for the tools and material. Let's change my toweling now. There it is. And if you ever want to buy any of my paintings not on Etsy, you can always email me or contact me and negotiate. I'm not very expensive, but that's relative. One of my friends on Patreon bought one from me a while ago. When he got it, he said, "Oh, you're too cheap, Dave." Oh, so I put the prices up a bit. Well, by the time you've added on tracking, postage and package, going to somewhere like America, you're about £12, £13 down before you start. Oh, lovely. Now, sea colour. Let's have a bit of white, bit of Payne's grey, and a bit of ultramarine. Oh, I've got into the Viridian. I didn't mean to do that. Probably because I was advertising my wares. Okay, a bit of Payne's grey, bit of ultramarine, and we can have a little bit of green. There's only just a trial bit here. Not sure about that. We've got some dividers here. So let's tie those up. We'll measure it. I know it's abstract, but we don't want to. Cool. Can always alter in the mount. Oh, that's pretty good actually. That's spot on. All right, we've got a bit of wavy stuff. put some more iridium. I love iridium. It does get in everything if you're not careful, especially when you plonk your brush in it accidentally. Move that to the edge just a little bit. Swigging me. Oh, another thing that the camcorders, the UK camcorders, as far as I know, switch off. Like in 4 megapixels, they switch off after about an hour, which is a bit of a nuisance. I changed my brush here, I think. Sorry, I'll make the camera. Bit of Payne's grey in that. Right, let's get some yellow ochre in that bit of green. Oh, bit of the camera. It's a bit low, I must admit, but I don't know how to work the zoom on this. I wonder if I could. I don't know what the volume's like on this. Don't know if that works. How's that? You'll have to turn it right up if it's a bit dull. All right, let's get a bit of It'll take ages to dry. Okay, we've got to do it to death. That's, I quite like that sky. It's quite simple. It's getting a little bit darker on that horizon, on that here. A bit of Payne's grey. Well, it's quite bright on that horizon. Okay, we'll let that go, I think. I'll put it in a bounce and we'll have a look. This is all I'm doing today. From the big shop this morning. Okay, well there we are, because not really happy with the shape of that rock. I think maybe we can, this always happens, when you put it out, you see things you can improve. A bit better. Maybe my rocks are too dark. It's well, I'm going to let that go. I think that's okay as a demonstration. Messy hands. Always have plenty of toweling handy. Okay, well I hope you like that, folks. Enjoy your weekends, or those of you in the UK, happy May Day, and hope you do get some sun or some nice weather. It's clouding up a bit now. See you soon. Bye bye.